Hey, what's going on, guys? Guns here. Man, it's Sunday. Had the gun show last night. You know, do those every Saturday, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's a gun show. It's a sports card. It's an auction. It's a community hangout. It's good fun, man. A lot of good people pop in. A lot of good banter in the chat. People talking. Watching me act a fool, getting silly. It's always good fun, man. Last night was really cool to me. Bunch of people who normally don't pop in to, from my community, people I know, popped into my live, and man, it made me feel really good. When you see a lot of the people that you watch and that you respect in this community, and they take the time to pop into your stuff, even if it's only for a half hour, an hour or something. And even if, people don't buy anything, they're just in there talking, kind of saying hi. It's a really good feeling. Because it means that either you're doing something right, to where, they want to pop in and just hear what you have to say, or, they respect what you do and they want to support you, or you just made a rant video on YouTube bitching about people not popping in and then they pop in. One of those three, I don't know. I'm sure it's probably the third one, but either way, I was real happy last night, man. It made me feel real good to have, certain people pop in, when you got Mangini popping in, or you got, Dave Blue Jacket popping in, or Stove, or, you got, Purple GT popping in. Man, when Purple GT pops in, I'm like, man, that's YouTube royalty. But it was really good feeling, man. Real cool to have everybody pop in. Of course, I love seeing my normal people that are always in there. Man, we have fun. Feel like it's a little family, and we're a blessed group, man. But I was thinking today, man, I'm gonna go not a different direction, but I'm just gonna add something, to my YouTube channel. I decided that I'm gonna start dabbling in stocks. Horrible decisions with purchasing sports cards that I purchased. So we're going to see what this plane crash is going to look like. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to mortgage my future or anything like that. Just small amounts and kind of learn how to do it. And I'm telling you, I know nothing about stocks. I know that other people put their money in and they make a bunch of money. And then people like us put money in and we lose a bunch of money. So that's what I'm going into this knowing. But I think it's going to be cool to kind of learn. I know a lot of people in the sports card community are into stocks. Maybe that's their job, or they play with it, because let's face it, a lot of us who collect, a lot of us who buy and sell, we are investors. Maybe we're not as cool as a Vegas Dave or a Gary Vee or something. Watching those guys, or especially Vegas Dave, watching his cry video was funny. Anyways, but we are kind of into it, it's kind of a thrill. It's the same reason people like to rip product, rip packs. You're looking for that big hit, and with stocks, it could be the same way. But stocks are going to be there. Like, they're at your fingertips. So it's going to be about what you study and what you want to do. So I'm going to pop into it. I know a couple of people are going to pop into it as well. So in the next week or two, I'm going to end up making a couple accounts. I'll share how I set them up, what I did. And then maybe some other people want to pop in. We can start having some discussions. I know Polly wants to talk about some stuff. AB. We got a few people who are into it. It's going to be fun, man. But it had me thinking. So my daughter is into finance. Like, that's, she's really smart. She's in math. She's only 13 years old. She's not going to be 14 till the summertime. She's already in high school. Every one of the classes she's taken is an honors class. And she's taken 2 college classes this year. Already at 13. Very, very bright child. And I want to try to set her up correctly. She's always been kind of interested in stocks. She kicked around the idea of selling her Bo Jackson collection, and then putting the money into the stock market. Starting a small business, something. I don't know. But I started thinking about why I got into sports cards and why I got on YouTube in the first place. And I was coaching my daughter's basketball team. And when you're the coach, when you're the quarterback of the team, and you are talking to the children, and they were young. You know, these girls were really young, and the way they'd look up and they'd look at you, and they'd want to listen to everything that you had to say, and they wanted to make you so proud and go out and work so hard, and in practices they'd work so hard, and and my daughter, she loved it. She loved that her daddy was her coach. And I was her Superman, okay, Dad, what do I do? What do I do? And I'd be like, okay, baby, go do this, and I promise it's going to work out. And if it doesn't, you tried your hardest, good job. Okay, I got it, or we'd call a timeout and be like, baby, we're down by 4 points. Aspen, go get me that ball. And she'd run over there and snatch the ball and yank it from a kid and look at me and be happy and pass it off. And, we'd win games. We only lost like 3 games in like 5 seasons, and sometimes our kids were 2 years younger than the kids we were playing against, and we still won because the team was good. And my daughter worked so hard, because she wanted to make me proud. Now, I wasn't smart enough to coach basketball beyond children. Like, I couldn't have, maybe I could have done middle school, but I definitely couldn't have done high school. I helped her middle school team when we first moved out here, but I definitely couldn't coach high school. My basketball IQ isn't that high. So we got into sports cards, and it was something that we were able to do together. And if you go back and you watch some of our early videos, some of our first videos, and she's just a little chubby kid, and her eyes are wide open, and we're doing this together, and she's having such a blast. And that's why I love seeing, fathers and sons or fathers and daughters in this community together. I know the feels. I know the feeling to have something that you and your kids have in common. A lot of people have kids who go pop on video games and go lock themselves in the room on their cell phones, and they're not a part of your life. They're at school, and then, they're at the table to eat dinner, and then they're gone. And you're not there to help teach them, mold them, talk to them. Trust starts getting lost. You stop having that bond. And something that I always say is, people would always be like, man, it's so cool that you and your daughter are into this together, and you guys get to spend all that time. And I always say, you got to find that common ground. You have to find something that you guys enjoy together. And sometimes you might not have a huge interest in it, but if they do, that's what you got to do. So my daughter was into basketball. It worked for me because I loved basketball. I was right there as that dad. If my daughter decided that she wanted to go and be the best ballerina in the world, I'm going to be in the stands like, yeah, do the twist thing, You have to be interested in what your children do. And you guys have to work together to find things that you guys can have a common ground in. Something that can have some kind of longevity. Now, my daughter has slowly started becoming less interested in sports cards. I know you guys have probably noticed she's not on the camera a whole bunch. She still loves her Bo Jackson collection. She still loves her Derek Carr collection. She still loves the Raiders. We watch Blazer stuff, but she's not into it like she used to be. So I have to find something that we could do together. And I feel like, maybe studying stocks and talking about, business stuff. And, maybe that's something that we can do. And we can grow doing and learn together and just hold each other's hands and walk through life. And whatever it takes to have her right here and to just be that close to her, even if it's just for a little bit longer. I want to do that. I want to do that, life happens fast, man. Before you know it, you snap a finger and your kids they're young adults, And I could think back to being her age, and I remember the feels like it was yesterday. Like that's how I know that she's growing. It happens too fast. But, so I was thinking, why did I even get on YouTube back in the day? And I didn't realize it as much back then until, we were probably like 20 or 30 videos in. But somebody asked about how YouTube has changed. I think, man, I want to say it was Purple GT. Did a contest years ago where he was like, how has YouTube changed your life? And, man, it gave us something, and then it gave me a way to go back and watch old memories. You know, I have some favorite memories since I've been in this YouTube community. You know, one of them, if you type in like Jimmy Gunn's Disneyland, and, you know, we're kind of just going through packages, you know, that we got in for a while talking about cars. And she's so young, and, you know, the eyes are just so wide. And then we decided to do a pack war. And so I grabbed like old wax packs. And anyways, I opened up her pack and I hid something in it. And I sealed it back up because it's wax. You can seal it back up. And then we did a pack war. And man, if you guys surprised her with a trip to Disneyland. And you watch her face, and I get to relive that. Not only was I right there, but I recorded that. I put it on YouTube, and I shared it with all my friends. And I get to go back, and I get to watch that whenever I want, and I get to relive that. And I remember when Jeremy the Card Dreamer sent us a box and hit a bunch of Bo Jacksons and a bunch of, you know, random junk. And he did that out of kindness of his heart. He sent us our first big care package. And I remember me and her just got to lay on the floor and go through these cards. And when we'd come across the Bo Jackson, we were so happy. You know, I remember, you know, one of my other favorite ones is I bought some rack packs of 89 Donruss. And if you guys know, Donruss is 89 Donruss, the Ken Griffey Jr. is my favorite card of all time. Because I was broke, I was poor, I couldn't afford Upper Deck, and so I ripped Donruss. So I remember doing that. And I have a video where we're opening rack packs of 89 Donruss, and I pulled the Griffey, and I was like, yeah! And I almost hit her, because I was just so pumped. And, you know, you get to go back and you get to relive those. You know, we just went on a trip across America, and, you know, I know that you guys, a lot of you guys don't want to watch our life or whatever, but we got to, oh, the horses are out there running. That's beautiful. We got to record that whole thing, and I get to go back and I get to relive her first time in Vegas. I get to relive us at the Grand Canyon, opening a 101 Jordan Alvarez RPA on camera. I get to relive us just being patriotic as fuck at the, you know, at Mount Rushmore. I get to relive us in D.C. with Paulie. I get to relive us in Fort Worth with Mike or with Crosby. You know, one of my other favorite videos, nobody had ever seen Crosby's face before. So, you know, we were doing the videos, and in every picture of him, he was hidden, like the neighbor on that old TV show. Fuck, I forgot what it was, with the three boys or whatever. Tim Toolman Taylor. But I get to go back and I get to relive those. So that's why I'm on YouTube. That's why I put stuff on YouTube. And it's great. And I want to be able to continue this thing. And I want to see growth. And I want to see us not going from not knowing anything to learning more about it. And this is something, again, that I'm always going to be able to go back and look at. Any of my family. If I die tomorrow, my son, who's only 4, you know, could go back in 3 years and type my name in on YouTube and see me and hear my words and watch me talk, or watch me enactment come up, or watch him as a little boy open a Pokemon with me. And that's why I put this stuff on. That's why I put this stuff on YouTube. This is for me. This is for me. This is for my kids. It's for anybody who wants to come along on this journey that we're on right now. You know, but a journey can be ever-changing. It can always grow. You know, some... Yeah. Anyways, bunch of blabbering. I know people hate my blabbering videos. Just thought I'd make a quick video. And again, this is for me to go back and watch later. We'll see what happens with this venture that I'm going to travel down. And it's going to be kind of cool to go back and look at this video and be like, hey, that video was before this. Yeah, man. Anyways. All right, you guys take care. That's enough out of me for the day. You guys have a great day. Be a light in somebody's life, man. Do good things for other people. Yeah, guns out. Take care. Later.